You're listening to the Bare Metal Cyber Prepcast, created to help you succeed in your IT Fundamentals certification journey. Learn more at baremetalcyber.com, where additional prepcasts, books, and training materials await. Let's get started. In this episode, we will explore the system-level tools that support operating system performance and user experience. These components are not optional add-ons but core features that work together to ensure the system operates smoothly and securely. You will learn the definitions and roles of system applications, utilities, services, and drivers, each with a distinct function that contributes to the overall environment. By the end of this episode, you will be able to recognize each component and describe how it contributes to system operation, which is essential for the IT Fundamentals Plus exam. This topic is covered in Domain 3 of the IT Fundamentals Plus certification. Questions may ask you to define what a system utility is, identify the role of a background service, or recognize examples of device drivers. You will not be expected to configure these tools, access the device manager, or perform detailed administration. Instead, the goal is to ensure that you understand the terminology and recognize how these elements support both system stability and user interaction. Familiarity with these components is essential for diagnosing issues, explaining system behavior, and preparing for further study in technical support or system administration. System applications are programs that come pre-installed with the operating system. These applications are designed to provide essential functionality out of the box, without requiring any additional downloads. Examples include Notepad, which allows for basic text editing, File Explorer, which helps navigate folders and files, and Task Manager, which gives insight into system performance. These built-in apps are often simple but highly effective, offering quick solutions for common tasks like viewing documents or checking on running processes. The purpose of system applications is to provide users with immediate access to basic tools needed for everyday computing. Whether writing a note, viewing a directory, or checking CPU usage, these applications are ready to use and are deeply integrated into the operating system. Because they are built in, they benefit from consistent support and compatibility. They are also often used for diagnostics and first-level troubleshooting, especially in environments where installing third-party software is restricted or discouraged. System utilities are specialized tools used to maintain, monitor, or improve system performance. Unlike general-purpose applications, utilities are focused on behind-the-scenes operations that ensure the computer stays in good working order. They include tasks related to storage management, security settings, and performance analysis. For example, utilities like Disk Cleanup remove temporary files, while System Restore allows a user to revert the system to a previous state if problems occur. These tools are essential for both end users and technicians. Some common examples of system utilities include Disk Management, which is used to partition and format drives, Task Manager, which monitors active processes and performance statistics, and the Control Panel or Settings interface, which offers access to configuration options. These utilities are typically found in administrative menus and are used to manage storage, troubleshoot errors, or adjust system settings. Their presence in the operating system ensures that users have the means to maintain functionality without needing external software. A service, in operating system terms, refers to a background process that runs independently of user interaction. Services provide ongoing functionality for tasks such as networking, printing, or automatic updates. Because they start automatically or as needed, services are able to deliver essential support functions without requiring the user to launch an application. For instance, Windows Update operates as a service that periodically checks for system updates and applies them silently in the background. Services play a vital role in maintaining system readiness and stability. They often start during the boot process and remain active as long as the system is running. These services can be viewed and managed through administrative tools like the Services Console or Task Manager. Each service is listed with its name, status, and startup type, allowing administrators to control how and when it runs. While users typically do not interact directly with services, They are crucial to the smooth operation of the system. Drivers are software components that enable the operating system to communicate with hardware devices. Every time you plug in a printer, install a graphics card, or connect a mouse, a driver is used to translate the operating system's instructions into commands that the device understands. Without drivers, the operating system would not be able to use or even recognize most hardware. They act as interpreters between the system and the physical components attached to it. Drivers are either included with the operating system or provided by hardware manufacturers. In many cases, the operating system will automatically detect new hardware and install the appropriate driver from its internal library. For more advanced or recently released devices, the user may need to download the driver directly from the manufacturer's website. Updates to drivers can improve device performance, resolve bugs, or add new features, and they may occur automatically or require user action depending on the system configuration. Understanding the differences between system applications, utilities, services, and drivers is crucial for exam readiness. Applications are visible programs designed for user tasks. Utilities support system health and performance. Services run in the background and provide ongoing support for core functions. Drivers enable hardware to function by connecting it to the operating system. Each plays a different role, and the IT Fundamentals Plus exam may test your ability to match these terms with their definitions or identify examples based on descriptions. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cyberauthor.me. Also, there are other prepcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. When a system starts up, certain applications and services may be configured to launch automatically. These startup programs can impact boot time and system responsiveness, depending on how many are enabled. Tools like Task Manager or System Settings allow users to view which programs are set to start at boot and adjust them as needed. Managing startup behavior is a basic maintenance task that can help optimize system performance, especially if unnecessary programs are slowing down the computer. Managing services and processes is part of routine troubleshooting and performance tuning. Users can access the Task Manager or Services console to view running processes and identify which ones are using system resources. Some processes are linked to visible applications, while others are tied to background services or scheduled tasks. These tools allow users or administrators to start, stop, or restart processes to resolve issues or improve performance. Understanding how to monitor services provides insight into what the system is doing behind the scenes. It is also helpful to understand how built-in utilities differ from third-party optimization tools. Utilities that come with the operating system are designed specifically for that system's environment and tasks. They include tools like Disk Cleanup, System Restore, and Windows Defender. These utilities are integrated, tested, and supported as part of the core OS experience. In contrast, third-party tools downloaded from the Internet may offer additional features but are not always optimized for the system and can introduce security or stability concerns. Outdated or missing drivers can cause a variety of problems on a computer. If a driver is not present, the operating system may be unable to detect the device at all, resulting in error messages or non-functional hardware. In some cases, an outdated driver may cause the device to behave incorrectly or conflict with other system components. Keeping drivers up to date ensures that the system can fully utilize hardware capabilities, maintain compatibility with new software, and avoid unexpected failures. The IT Fundamentals Plus exam includes specific terminology related to system components. For example, a system application refers to a built-in program like Notepad, while a utility might be a maintenance tool such as Disk Cleanup. A service is a background task like Windows Update that runs without direct user interaction. A driver is a translator between hardware and the operating system, required for devices like printers or keyboards to function correctly. Recognizing these distinctions is essential for answering exam questions accurately. Different versions of an operating system may affect the appearance or availability of specific tools. For instance, the interface for managing services or viewing driver details might look different between Windows 10 and Windows 11, or between Mac OS and Linux distributions. Some utilities may be renamed, moved to new locations, or replaced with newer tools over time. The IT Fundamentals Plus exam does not focus on the appearance or location of tools, but rather on their general functionality and role. No hands-on configuration or advanced usage is required on the IT Fundamentals Plus exam. You will not need to install drivers, manage system services in real time, or troubleshoot device errors at an expert level. Instead, the focus remains on recognizing the names, definitions, and purposes of these core components. You should be able to identify what a utility does, what a driver enables, and what kind of process a service represents. This foundational knowledge prepares you for more advanced roles or certifications in the future. Typical exam questions may ask you to match a description with the appropriate component type. For example, you might be asked whether a given task, such as monitoring CPU usage, is handled by a utility or an application. You may also be presented with a scenario where a device is not working and asked what component is most likely missing or outdated, with the correct answer being a driver. Practicing with these scenarios will help reinforce the definitions and improve your test-taking confidence. This episode also ties back to content from previous lessons on operating systems, file management, and hardware support. Understanding system services helps explain how updates and network features remain functional. Knowing what utilities do helps in diagnosing problems or maintaining system health. Recognizing drivers as essential components connects directly to how hardware interacts with the system. These concepts are not isolated. They form the building blocks of real-world system operations and technical troubleshooting. To summarize, system applications, utilities, services, and drivers are essential elements that support both the user experience and system functionality. Applications are used directly by users. Utilities help maintain and optimize the system. Services operate silently in the background to support key functions. Drivers ensure that hardware can communicate with the operating system. Understanding these components and their roles is critical for success on the IT Fundamentals Plus exam and lays the groundwork for future learning in information technology. Thanks for tuning in to the Bare Metal Cyber Prepcast, your trusted source for cybersecurity news and insights. Remember to subscribe at baremetalcyber.com so you never miss an update. And visit cyberauthor.me for best-selling cybersecurity books that equip you with expert knowledge. Until next time, stay secure and stay vigilant.